good to see that the gang's all here. I'm your kindly old Uncle G, and this is the Retroactivate podcast, where we'll discuss a classic LP that merits another look. This week's selection is Mercury by American Music Club. I'm a sucker for any recording that takes me to an alternative universe and makes me consider music as it is there, in spite of any familiar qualities, in spite of any tonal antecedents that may in fact be of this world. This 1993 offering consistently taps its own unique otherworldliness. Imagine a 90s indie rock band tasked with custom making a sound fit for 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m. Imagine a product more demanding in texture than U2 or REM. At once soft and ragged, waving toward Miles Davis with one hand while waving toward Hank Williams with the other. That might give you an idea of like the American Music Club's approach. And it's no mere mopiness that songwriter Mark Eitzel establishes on this recording. No mere angst that gets him compared to Ian Curtis of Joy Division. The first track's opening statement is, "Why don't you be good for something and draw down the shade?" A few songs in, we contend with Hollywood 4592, a carnival waltz that begins, "My revenge against the world is to believe everything you say," balanced as you are on a pile of empty bottles. The scene that develops works either as self-loathing or rock and roll's most astute depiction of codependency. Consider these lyrics. The first time the cops came, they were like brand new friends. The second time they came, they were a little concerned. The gallows humor continues brilliantly on the album's first single, Johnny Mathis's Feet. Here Eitzel's avatar lays all his songs before the iconic singer and says, "Johnny, can you tell me how to live?" Mathis offers a little life coaching with a wave of his jewel-encrusted hand across the glittering Las Vegas scene and says, "You gotta learn how to disappear in the silk and amphetamine." I assume that Johnny's sage advice applies to both fronting a musical ensemble and living a life so private that it qualifies as secret. His insights continue with a critique of Eitzel's songs. "Why do you say everything as if you were a thief? Like what you've stolen has no value. Like what you preach is far from belief." These are pretty amazing insights from the fictional Mathis, considering Leonard Cohen went to his grave still waiting for answers from the fictional Hank Williams. Though 3/4 time, nuanced despair, and dissonant arrangements have never added up to heavy rotation airplay of any sort, the record mixes things up on the angsty flight narrative Challenger, where the passenger just wants one of the stewardess's little bottles of Mercury, and the band truly takes off, making me wonder why pedal steel isn't run through effects and utilized more often in rock music. Keep Me Around offers no quarter from the record's melancholy agenda, but the music bounces in such a manner that I can imagine it wrapping up a John Hughes movie. The plucky teen protagonist optimistically asking, "Will you keep me around?" while the audience glosses over that metaphor about being an ant going down the drain. Overall, there's no mistaking the message that we take a beat down from the world and everything in it, including ourselves. That message here is clearer and more nuanced than it is in the disaffected electric post-punk dance haiku of Joy Division or The Cure. Yet the nuances stop short of quirky hippie optimism. So as smart, unique, and jazz-tinged as this is, I'm not quite ready to recommend this to Steely Dan fans. The ensemble playing is thoughtful and understated, but willfully dissonant. The music catches fire, breaks, and rattles, pushed by producer Mitchell Froom. Vulnerability and unlikely flashes of beauty share the spotlight. And though they want to take Johnny Mathis's advice and disappear in said spotlight, they can never quite figure how to part from the chaos behind them pushing the beat. My millennial focus group picked up on both the vulnerability and the tones of Americana that keep this band's name from being more than a red herring, aptly describing this as a product of the 90s, an opening act perhaps for Tom Petty. This might be a fit as well for fans of Wilco, Leonard Cohen, or Nick Cave. So again, it's been swell, but the swelling went down. I'll be back next month with more on the music that built and then threatened to destroy, then had a tickle fight with this great nation of ours. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow. It wouldn't be a party without you. This has been your kindly old Uncle G for the Retroactivate podcast. Until next month, stay strange.